Alrighty then. This is the last one for tonight. I found this deck and I just absolutely love it. I haven't used it in a long time. It is a weird deck in that I do need this little wheel. Okay. So let me line it up so I can get it. Because I only have one light in here, I know I'm so generic. I'm supposed to be putting a lamp on this table, but because I know the table's going to be moved, I didn't even bother to put one on here yet. Plus, like I said, I literally took out the majority of the decks that I had in a box, and because of that, it's really not much more room. So this reading is going to be, the tarot that I'm using is more like astrology. Got it a long time ago. Believe it or not, I got it at Half Price Books here in San Antonio, Texas. And I don't think it came with a box. And then it came with this little wheel. And then I had to kind of jerry-rig it because it didn't have a way of holding it. But that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Okay? And that door keeps slamming. I'm not sure. It must be windy outside. Okay, for our Libra collective, what would you like to tell the Libra babies? And I call y'all babies because, you know, when it's our birthday or whatever, I like birthdays. And I like presents. And we don't always have to be grown-ups. I mean, every day of the week, once we hit 18, for the majority of us, especially people that are over 30, every day somebody wants or demands something of us, and it's never a time to just sit and play or just be ourselves or just not do anything or be responsible to anyone. You know, it just feels that way, right? So when we do get to have some work-life balance, well, let me tell you, it just feels really good. It feels really good not to have to be responsible all the time, right? So relax, if nothing else, and enjoy the reading. And yeah, I kind of just picked these up out of the box. So that's why I turned them around, because it looked like half of them were in the reverse. And for this particular reading anyway, you don't read reversals. There's no such thing as reversals for this particular deck. Okay, what can you tell us, Libras, please? This is for the Libra collective. Okay, it's a general reading. May or may not resonate. Pardon me. I never give my disclosure. This is only for entertainment purposes. Please do not use this as therapy XYZ. It's for entertainment purposes. I can't believe people have to say that. I mean, I hope that you're entertained, but I do take my craft very seriously. And of course, it's not going to resonate with everyone. Why? Because it's a general reading. Oh, I will be on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. Eastern will be 8 p.m. And then I think Mountain Pacific is 1 or 2 hours behind. So you will be able to ask one question. It'll be a yes or no. If I elaborate, it's going to have to be short enough to where I can answer quickly. And then depending on if anybody comes on, if nobody comes on, since this is the first time that I'm going to be live, then I'll just do regular reading, but it'll be live. Okay, message for the Libra collective, please. I'm going to pull 3 cards and let's see what it tells us and how accurate it is with anybody and everybody that is a Libra. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, the majority of the deck was upside down. Okay. So the first thing, oh, this was the very first card that I put back into the deck, and before I started shuffling. It's funny because this card came out by itself from the actual box, and when I picked it up, I put it here while I was getting the rest of the cards, and then lo and behold, it came out anyway. It says Venus in Pisces. Disclosure, don't hate me. If you're dating a Pisces, married to a Pisces, your parent is a Pisces, your brother, sister, cousin, whatever. I'm sorry, I cannot stand Pisces. Pisces and this Libra don't jive. And the reason is because they're slippery little suckers. They're always trying to get in and out of stuff. They lie a lot, and then in relationships, it's very hard to get them pinned down to stay in a relationship for the most part, okay? So this says, I do have a flashlight. Flashlight. Love my flashlight because it's too dark in here. This one says Venus in Pisces or the 12th house. The values are spirituality. They're always saying Pisces is very spiritual. I don't know about that. Generosity, idealism, imagination, gentleness. Then it says unstable. These are the negatives. Unstable, discontented, indiscriminate, unfocused, and fantasizing. I don't know about that either. But I do know on a personal level, I don't jive with Pisces because they'll tell you they care about you and then you don't see them. Or they'll allow their family members to take over their lives. In other words, other people's comments and other people, whatever they think about them, matters more than what they feel for you. So I'm sorry. It shouldn't be that way, right? We should like everybody, but that wouldn't be possible. It says a classic transit for romance triangles. Libra, are you in a romance triangle? This can also be a time when no matter how careful you are liable to get caught. Any new relationship requires objectivity, no matter how fabulous the prospects before you. No matter the prospects. Before you open your heart, make sure you are free to love. Positively, you are the epitome of selflessness. That was a mouthful. And you can devote yourself to others' well-being negatively. Watch your valuables. Now, that's true. In that aspect, that's true for Libra. Libras are very much givers. So we have to be careful not to end up in a relationship that is narcissistic. Because what do narcissists like to do? They like to take. Everything is about us giving as a Libra and them taking, right? And I'm not going to say all Libras are balanced, right? Because just like the Pisces that I've had to deal with, I guess we're not balanced because of the attributes, the traits they would display that were not nice and negative. Then we also have to look on the other side of the coin because not all Libras are balanced either. Okay, so in the 12 and the 12 rules, going around and round and round, the 12th house rules secrets. That's what it rules. Okay, so not very good. I can't exactly agree with the Pisces. I don't like it. I don't like it. I have a right not to like it, right? It's my reading, I'll do it my way. No, it's not because of that. It's because I've never met a Pisces that isn't slippery in some sort. Okay, let me rephrase that. I do know someone who's a Pisces and they're not like that, right? But they're just different. Pisces can be a little different, a little difficult. This one says Venus in Gemini or the 3rd house. The values: eloquence, curiosity, intelligence, versatility, and communication. Those are the positives of Venus in Gemini, the 3rd house. The negative traits can be deceptive, unsympathetic, slippery, capricious, artful. I just finished saying slippery and deceptive. That's what I keep saying. And this is about the Gemini, but that's the way I see Pisces. So if you ask me the negative traits of Pisces, that's what I feel. That's what I feel. Socializing locally suddenly seems a much more intriguing prospect, and you may discover that your neighborhood has far more to offer than you thought. Any contact with your siblings takes on an affectionate note, and if there are any disagreements that need to be resolved, now is the time to make up. Make sure you never leave the house looking anything but your best, as love may appear in the most mundane circumstances. So they're telling you to gussy up, get dressed, don't look drab. Make sure you look your utter best, okay? And we're going to the third house. I am so sorry for that. Don't know why it's slamming like that. So this one is telling us the third house, Gemini, rules the house of communication. And if you've ever known a Gemini before, or are married to a Gemini, or have Gemini children, you know that they're highly intelligent beings, but they're so talkative. So talkative. But they are air signs also. So of course they're going to have a lot of intelligence, and they're going to be articulate. Just one goes with the other, okay? This one is Venus in Aries, okay? Venus in Aries, or the first house. The first house values courage, passion, honesty, independence, and generosity. So we have two generosities there. That's good, right? Occasionally, they can be overbearing, rude, competitive, hasty, and impulsive. Yeah, I think so. This is not the time to hide away. This is the transit through Aries house, saying this is not a time to hide away at home, as you will be in demand from family, friends, and colleagues, and potential lovers. If you are looking for someone special to share your dreams, this is the time to revamp your social life. You may also be asked to soothe conflict, as you are filled with the spirit of compromise. Getting your own way seems less important than peace, love, and understanding. So we've already had two generosities in here, peace and understanding. So what are they trying to tell us, right? What are they trying to tell us? Especially with Aries. Aries is communication. So if they're talking about peace and generosity, the first thing that I'm getting from this conversation, from these cards, is when we're speaking to people, speak with love, speak with compassion, be generous with your time, and be generous with your ears. Be in the listening and not the speaking when someone else is speaking. Even if you don't seem to maybe agree with what they're telling you or the topic of conversation, be generous with your time, listen, and be polite. And you can disagree all that you want, so long as you do it in a polite way. That's what I'm getting out of this, right? So what's important right now is the secrets or truth that will be told, because the 12th house is what we've got here. Then we're saying, in this form of communication, right, which is the third house, but then if we look at the avenues of Aries, it's also expressiveness, right? Because that's what they're saying, the house of self-expression. So to me, if I had to look at this as a tarot reading, to me what it's saying is you may speak to someone may divulge things to you, or things may come to light that you did not know about before. And when they do, you may not be on board with everything that's being said to you. Politely listen, be generous with yourself and your time and your hearing, your listening skills. And then you don't have to agree with everything. You don't have to, but you can allow somebody to self-express. You can allow them to speak their truths, whatever it was that they hadn't told you before or that you didn't know, that's coming to light. That's what I'm getting out of this conversation. I hope this helps somebody. This was a little bit lengthy. I apologize for that. but it's really hard to see in here, and I think I should put my lamp up for next time. But I just wanted to do something a little different because I'm always sitting here and I feel like I've been using the same decks for like 2 weeks already, and it's really, really nice to have other decks to play with, to bring out, to display, to promote, to speak on, and to use as tools, right? Because otherwise, you know, what's that word? All work and no play makes Jack and Jill, dull girl and boy. So it's nice to play. And it's nice to have different tools to work with. And this is astrology, so it's just a different way to divine, to do a reading. Hope this helps someone out there. Seems to be trending themes for everyone out there that'll be having conversations and love in just companionship in general. And this is the last one for tonight, so maybe this will serve as a good night story to you. Bye. This is Victoria Violet. See you tomorrow. Toodles.